morning students, how are you all? Today, I Ruchika Sikka, your science teacher, is going to teach you about chapter number 3, synthetic fibers and plastic. So let's open our NCERT book for the same.
Hello students, today we are going to learn our chapter number 3, synthetic fibers and plastics. First we will learn what are synthetic fibers. The synthetic fibers are made by human beings. That is why these are called synthetic or man-made fibers. A synthetic fiber is also a chain of small units joined together. Each small unit is actually a chemical substance. Many such small units combine to form a large single unit called a polymer. We have different types of synthetic fibers like rayon, nylon, polyester and acrylic. First we will discuss about rayon. Fabric obtained from silk fiber was very costly, but its beautiful texture fascinated everybody. Attempts were made to make silk artificially. Towards the end of the 19th century, scientists were successful in obtaining a fiber having a property similar to that of silk. Such a fiber was obtained by a chemical treatment of wood pulp. This fiber was called a rayon or artificial silk. Although rayon is obtained from a natural source, wood pulp, yet it is a man-made fiber. It is cheaper than silk and can be woven like silk fibers. Now we will discuss about nylon. Nylon is another man-made fiber. In 1931, it was made without using any natural raw materials. It was prepared from coal, water and air. It was the first fully synthetic fiber. Nylon fiber is strong, elastic and light. It was lustrous and easy to wash, so it became very popular for making clothes. We use many articles made from nylon such as socks, ropes, tents, toothbrushes, car seat belts, sleeping bags, curtains, etc. Nylon is also used for making parachutes and ropes for rock climbing. A nylon thread is actually stronger than a steel wire. Now we will read about the polyester and acrylic. Polyester is another synthetic fiber. Fabric made from this fiber doesn't get wrinkled easily. It remains crisp and is easy to wash, so it is quite suitable for making dress material. You must have seen people wearing nice polyester shirts and other dresses. Terylene is a popular polyester. It can be drawn into very fine fibers that can be woven like any other yarn. PET is a very familiar form of polyester. It is used for making bottles, utensils, films, wires and many other useful products. We wear sweaters and use shawls or blankets in the winter. Many of these are actually not made from natural wool, though they appear to resemble wool. These are prepared from another type of synthetic fiber called acrylic. The wool obtained from natural sources is quite expensive, whereas clothes made from acrylic are relatively cheap. Now we will discuss about plastics. Plastic is also a polymer like the synthetic fiber. All plastics do not have the same type of arrangement of units. In some, it is linear, whereas in other, it is cross-linked. Plastic articles are available in all possible shapes and sizes. The fact is that plastic is easily moldable, that is, can be shaped in any form. Plastic can be recycled, reused, colored, melted, rolled into sheets or made into wires. That is why it finds such a variety of uses. When we add hot water to a plastic bottle, it gets deformed. Such plastic which gets deformed easily on heating and can be bent easily are known as thermoplastics. Polythene and PVC are some of the examples of thermoplastics. On the other hand, there are some plastics which when molded once cannot be softened by heating. These are called thermosetting plastics. Two examples are bakelite and melamine. First, we will discuss about the bakelite. Bakelite is a poor conductor of heat and electricity. It is used for making electrical switches, handles and various utensils. Now we will discuss about melamine. Melamine is a versatile material. It resists fire and can tolerate heat better than other plastic. It is used for making floor tiles, kitchenware and fabrics which resist fire. Now we will read plastics as materials of choice. Plastic is non-reactive. Metals like iron get rusted when left exposed to moisture and air, but plastics do not react with water and air. They are not corroded easily. That is why they are used to store various kinds of material, including many chemicals. The other property of plastic is they are light, strong, and durable. Since plastic is very light, strong, and durable and can be molded into different shapes and sizes, it is used for various purposes. Plastics are generally cheaper than metals. They are widely used in industry and for household articles. The next property of plastics are they are poor conductors. Plastics are poor conductors of heat and electricity. That is why electrical wires have plastic covering and handles of screwdrivers are made of plastic. As mentioned above, handles of frying pans are also made of plastics. Now we will read about the plastics and the environment. A material which gets decomposed through natural processes such as the action by bacteria is called biodegradable, whereas a material which is not easily decomposed by natural processes is termed as non-biodegradable. So this is all about our chapter number 3. Hope you have understood. Thank you.
Hello students. Now I'm going to show you the different types of plastics we are using in everyday life. As we have talked about, we have two types of plastic, that are thermoplastics and thermosetting plastic. So here first I will show you about the thermoplastics in our everyday life. Like from the market we are purchasing this soft beverages like this Pepsi. So the bottle which we are using here is made up of thermoplastics. And like also we are using the shampoo bottles, it's also made up of thermoplastics. And this disposable water bottles also made up of thermoplastics. Now I will talk about the thermosetting plastics. Like here we have the switchboards. These are made up of thermosetting plastics. And here now I'm going to show you the two different kinds of fibers. We have man-made fibers and natural fiber. So here I have taken an example of natural fiber, this cotton shirt. It is naturally derived. And here I have this nylon. This is the synthetic fiber. We are using it in the socks. And here one more example is there. I hope you have understood the things clearly. Thank you. Have a nice day.